Thank you for joining me today. My name is Katie, and today I'm sharing with you quite a few different meals that we are prepping, some breakfast and then some dinners. As well, I have 2 grocery hauls in this video for right now. My family is 9 people strong. So I'll be sharing you how I am shopping and feeding my large family.
What you doing, Deborah? You got pockets? Maybe Riker can help you to find some things to put in your pockets.
Here, come on, please. I say I know what to put in there. So let's see. Nope, that's Dad's. How about orange?
Pinch of salt.
When the tree fell.
We're going to start out with an easy cast iron skillet meal. This is something that you can throw together really quickly on a weeknight for your family. It is going to nourish them and fill their bellies. We're going to start out with some deer kielbasa, and this was harvested from a friend's deer, and they gave us some kielbasa sausage to try, and it turned out really delicious. To this kielbasa that is sauteing in my cast iron pan, I'm going to be adding these frozen peppers that I chopped up about a month or 2 ago. I went ahead and chopped up a bunch of peppers and stuck them in the freezer so that I could have an easy night meal prep. So these are going to saute up in these pans, and then we're going to serve them up with some steamed rice. And we're going to be serving this up with some leftover ham and beans that we made together in my previous vlog. There's the fried kielbasa. This is rice steamed with broth and sauerkraut. We have both green sauerkraut and red sauerkraut. This is a bit of a weekly grocery haul. I've been doing small weekly grocery hauls, finding good deals when I can, and stocking up, and then getting kind of what we need to fill in the gaps for the week. I'm trying to clear out my freezers, and I'm trying to clear out my pantry a little bit. So I make all of our bread. We have other meats in the freezer. We've got chicken and stuff like that. We also have a few other vegetables and a ton of frozen fruit. As well, we have this fruit, and we have a ton of fruit in the refrigerator, pears and things like that. So this is just to fill in the gaps and to make some meals this week, and I'm going to share those meals with you as well. So over here, we were all out of onions. I dwindled down my onion supply and used the onions from the garden, so we got some more onions. We grabbed a bag of gold potatoes, and I'm just buying those as we go through them, 1 bag at a time. Usually we can go through half a bag or a full bag in a meal, but we've got 9 people here right now, so we might go through this whole bag in the next few days. Back here, I was all out of mixed vegetables, so we grabbed 4 bags of mixed vegetables to replenish that supply for soup season, and 2 bags of sweet corn, because that stuff is good. Down here, we were all out of carrots and all out of celery. So these are just basic things that we needed for this time of year with the type of cooking that we're doing, and I used all of it up, and it needed to be restocked, so just a restock on those items. Here are peppers for the chili we're making tonight. We are running low on bananas. We've been eating lots of bananas this week, and this is the first time I've seen cranberries this year. If you guys have been around, you know that we make lots of cranberry sauce this type of year, or this time of year, and we put it on oatmeals and hot cereals, and we put it in our granola. We've also used cranberry sauce to make a cranberry granola, baked granola. So there's a variety of ways that you can use your in-season produce like cranberries right now. stick around and click subscribe so that you can get some meal prep ideas made from scratch food inspiration. Okay, so usually this pack was $19.59 for 3 pounds of organic ground beef, but they had 5 packs of it on sale for $4.29 a piece. So we went ahead and grabbed everything that they had of that, and we have some meat in the freezer as well. It's elk season, and we hope to get an elk this year. We will see. That is to be determined, but I'm still stocking up on organic ground beef when I can. And we also, if we don't get an elk, we're just going to go ahead and buy a half a cow or a whole cow. Not sure yet. Probably half a cow, depending on how long we're going to be here. That way we're not spending an arm and a leg for mass-produced beef. We can buy a local grass-fed beef here and have it butchered the way that we like. But in the meantime, we've just been filling in the gaps for the last 4 or 5 months with store-bought meat until we run completely out of our game meat and completely out of our farmed ham that we raised to slaughter and things like that. You guys hear me talk about that stuff a lot. We're stretching out that meat. We are a carnivore based family. We eat tons of meat every week. Yes, and then we're gonna make some quiche. So I grabbed a box of power greens, and I like to make a bunch of quiche in advance and freeze them for those busy weeks. And then Erin wanted to grab some chicken tenders, and then we got some easy tater bites. This is going to be for later on this week. We're going to take a night off and just make some easy junk food for the kids. We grabbed a bag of shredded cheese. That's going to make our dinner easier tonight. Here we have our grass milk. Our cow dried up, so we no longer have fresh milk at the moment. So we're waiting for our farmer to let us know when she's ready for milk again. All right, and then over here, our last few items. You guys saw I love making this lemon juice drink with my real salt from Redmond's and some honey. This is what I use because if I buy fresh lemons, they end up going bad. So before I use them all, and I'm terrible about freezing them and preserving them. So we grabbed these bottles of juices, and that's quick and easy to make our special water drink. This is requested for the chili tonight. Fritos. Have you guys ever had Fritos and chili? Oh, look, here it is. Fritos chili pie. We're basically going to make chili and then have some Fritos with it. So there you go. There's that. I wanted some wide egg noodles. Soup season. My mom used to make these for us, and chicken soup and different kinds of soups. So I got those. I actually got 4 of these jars of Coleman's mustard. It's in the imported section of your grocery store. It's the best mustard on the planet. We first tried it in England, and original English recipe. There you go. Made in Norwich. Norwich was about a 45-minute drive from where we lived when we lived in England, and my midwife, who was my midwife through Riker and Hagen's pregnancies, lived in Norwich. So there's a little fact for you. This is a little bit of England in our home. We like this on sausages and anything sausage related. Sausage rolls. So good, so tasty. Get you some. Try it out. We got a bag of eucalyptus Epsom salt, and then this was just something the baby was playing with. This was already in our pantry, so I'm going to put this back in the pantry. So there's our grocery haul, but I'm going to put the total right up here, and this is to get us feeding my family of currently 9. All right, we are going to make some chili, okay? I've got a whole bunch of fresh produce right here, as well as some ground beef from the half of a cow that we had slaughtered last winter. And then right here we have some fat red kidney beans, and I wrote PH80 on there. And we canned those up, or I canned those up with you all a couple months ago. I guess back in January, March, April. April we canned those together. So this is what we're going to be making our chili with. I'm going to get out some chili seasoning, some things like that. We also have an onion here. And I might throw some fresh squash into it because the squash is beautiful and it needs to be used up. So maybe we'll throw some squash and some different things into there. But the first thing I want to do is get this Instant Pot heated up and going. So we're going to go ahead and click the saute function because we're going to get everything going saute wise in here. I'm going to start out with a little bit of olive oil. Typically I would use lard, but I don't feel like getting it out of the freezer right now because lard frozen in a jar is how I do it. I freeze lard in the jar and then I warm the jar, take the lard out, throw it back in the freezer, and then I have it when I need it. But usually I always have some in the refrigerator. I've just been skimping on it and keeping it in the freezer because I need to render more lard. And there's only so many hours in a day, and right now rendering lard is not going to happen, but I am going to slice up these veggies with my dad's knife. While he is still here, this is going to be one of the last days that I get to use this. And it's going to be hard to see, but he always stamps my maiden name right there, Sundstrom. You can barely see it right there, Sundstrom. The middle of the screen. And the green in this knife is just really pretty. He forges these in his blacksmith shop in Virginia. And he makes the handles. And he makes the leather covers that sometimes accompany them. I don't know if he has a protector for this particular one. But today, that's what we're going to use because they're going to be hitting the road in a few days. And so I'm limited on how long I get to use this knife for. So I'm going to enjoy it while it's here because this is the exact size knife, and I need to sharpen it right now. It's the exact size knife that I prefer to use in the kitchen. Chef's knife. It's my preferred style. So we're just going to give it a quick sharpen. Always wipe your knives off. Put a nice edge on there. Okay. And it can slice really, 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 really thin slices. So I mean, gorgeously thin slices of onion. So I usually start out and saute my onions first. Get those going hot. And then I throw my meat in on top, and then I start throwing in all my other vegetables. Always add a variety of vegetables into the chili, even if you have to cut them small and mask them, because chili is an excellent way to get in a variety of colorful foods. If your family's picky, you can dice them really small or puree them into the sauce of the chili. Just a variety of ways to do that. Alright, so for the spice lineup, obviously we're going to grind a bunch of pepper in here. We added some garlic powder already, but I buy my garlic powder in bulk. And you can never have too much. I'm going to do some onion powder. We're also going to be adding in some chili powder, and I would say about a tablespoon of chili powder. I've already added a bunch.
about a teaspoon or so cumin. Just go as much as you want. We're also going to do about a teaspoon or so of coriander. Okay, then we're going to do about 2 teaspoons of paprika and some Italian seasoning. And then we're going to go in with our homemade stuff. Home canned tomato sauce from the other day. And yes, we are going to mix this up. I might add some chorizo sausage. I just have to see what all we have left over from dinner last night. I think the chorizo might all be gone, but there's our beans, our tomato sauce, and then all of our vegetables and meat on the bottom. I am going to add a little bit more liquid. You can add either broth if you have some on hand, or water, or maybe a can of tomatoes would be good in this. I think I'll find a can of crushed tomatoes or chopped tomatoes and add them as well. And then let's give this a good look. We've got our chili that's been cooking for about 3 hours now. I added more water because I added way too much salt. You saw how much salt I added, way too much. I was trying to film and season at the same time and it got out of control real fast. I did not listen to my ancestors. I was listening to the YouTube. Not good. So, there it goes. Say bye. Wave. Say bye-bye. I thought it was worth capturing, or at least sharing with you guys. This is what Mom looks like when she goes out into the wild. Yep, I'm headed to town to do a bit of shopping around. I've got to pick up a few things, and was not surprised to see all of the Christmas decor out already at our big box store. Not even fall holidays yet. We haven't even gotten through any of the festivities of the season, and I would actually love to have some of these items in my home. Some of the wood pieces are really cute. I don't know about that deer. I've never seen a deer pose like that, but those little chapels are really cute. You can find some nice things that aren't plastic at your local stores, and some metal items, but just some really cute themed things for the holidays. I love all of the antlered animals. As always, keeping in mind need versus want. I love some of these things. They're really cute, but I don't need them. All right, we got another grocery haul. Bread I just made. So I do buy some bread products from the store. You're going to see in just a minute. Someone's going to comment that that's toxic waste for my children. That's okay. Everything in moderation. And let's get to it. So this is just, I've already been to the grocery store once this week. You guys saw that grocery haul earlier. And it is my daughter's birthday. So I had to go pick up just a few things for her meal requests. And I'll tell you about what she requested for her birthday meals. And then I got some other things to make some easy meals coming up this week, just so we can have some nights kind of off. I mean, when I say easy meals, like hamburgers, they aren't really that easy. We're making them ourselves with our own beef, and yeah, it requires some effort. And the hot dogs, we still got to cook those and a side and all the other things. So I don't even know if I have hot dogs, but I got some hot dog buns. Oh yeah, my dad left some sausages here, so we might do those one night. All right, back here, I didn't get any fresh peaches to can, so I've been loving peach cobbler with vanilla ice cream, and I do have that recipe on my channel a few videos back. And I grabbed some cans of, or 4 of the big cans, because one of these big cans can feed us some baked oatmeal or cobbler type meal for my whole family, so we can stretch one can by doing that and making that special treat. And then I went ahead and grabbed some crushed pineapple, because at some point I want to make a pineapple upside down cake just like my mother used to do.
pineapple chunks for eating, and then sliced pineapples for a ham in the future. I think I still have one ham left, possibly, maybe more than that, I'm not sure, in my freezer from the pigs that we raised to slaughter. So I got the pineapple slices to do that along with some cloves. Quick and easy, probably another toxic waste food that I got my family for a quick snack this week. Mostly our snacks are fruits and vegetables. We do cucumber pickles. I've got all kinds of fermented stuff from the garden and things like that. But occasionally these are fun to throw at the baby and the kids to keep them occupied for a few minutes. And so we grabbed those veggie straws. Hagen wanted salads for her birthday, and just to make my life easier, it's been crazy this week. We grabbed some already pre-done bagged salads. She wants salad for lunch and for dinner. So for dinner, she wants spaghetti. I don't recall what she wants for lunch, but we are going to have her birthday cereal that I got her last month at a store that I found. So she's got her birthday cereal and some other stuff. I'll probably make them some fried eggs for breakfast, and then lunch we'll have a salad. And then dinner we will have spaghetti and salad. Still don't know what I'm making for lunch. I don't recall. I'm gonna have to check that out. We got some more bananas, and when I say I have to check it out, it's because she made a list for her birthday, and it's a very detailed list, so I need to abide by the list. I just don't remember what was on it for lunch at the moment. So we got 5 avocados, maybe some avocado toast, because that's one of her favorite things also. And we got more cranberries. You saw I just got cranberries the other day. We used those yesterday, and I have a little half-pint jar left of cranberry sauce. So I went ahead and grabbed some more because I eat this on so much stuff. I love cranberry sauce, and it's really good. So cranberry season. I only grabbed 1 bag. I'm trying to find the organic cranberries, and when the organic cranberries are out, I'm going to grab probably 10 bags of those if the price is right. But in the meantime, I'm just getting these 1 bag at a time until I find the organic ones. Okay, back here we've got some homemade spaghetti. This is for dinner tomorrow night. We're also going to be using some homemade sauce that I shared with you all, and we made that together the other day. So we're going to use Mama's homemade spaghetti sauce, or maybe we'll use Grandpa's homemade spaghetti sauce, because he also brought us a jar of his sauce from Virginia. And then we like to keep some gummies on hand. We don't eat them very fast, but they definitely came in handy at parent-teacher conferences last night. And I had a pack of gummies in my pocket that I was able to keep the baby quiet long enough to talk to a teacher. So things like that are good to keep in your coat pockets, your purse, stashed in the car, wherever for emergencies, you know. Then over here, I love Sleepy Time tea, and this is so good too. If you haven't tried it, get it. I take one of these tea bags and then one of these tea bags, and I make my first cup, and then I come back and I make my second cup, and I add 1 more of those. So I end up going through 2 to 3 tea bags a night because I love tea. I love tea. If you know my history, and if you know what I'm substituting, I substitute now tea for alcohol. I used to drink a lot of wine. I used to drink beer at night when I was cleaning the house and doing all my mom duties. And I no longer condone mommy wine culture. I now condone mommy tea culture. And I drink a lot of tea. And then in the daytime, when I'm not drinking coffee and I'm not drinking my electrolyte drink, I drink this elderberry lemon balm immune stress tea. And I should just home make it myself, but these tea bags are easy. And right now with 5 kids, I need easy. When I'm an old lady, I'm gonna have my jar of herbs and my tea strainer and all that stuff, and I'm gonna do it the way it should be done. But right now, that's how we're gonna do it. All right, over here, some paper plates for ease. Decrease some of my dishwashing, especially because I got that dihystrol, I don't know how you say it. I have some kind of eczema, and it really tears up my hands. And I do use dish gloves most of the time, but it is just nice to decrease some of my hands in the water. The kids are also learning how to wash dishes, so that's wonderful. But everybody needs some paper plates in their life for those nights or those breakfast mornings. Whole cloves, because I ran out for elderberry syrup, and I also want to use some in a ham. So we grabbed a jar of those because I use them so much that I went through a jar probably in the last 2 years. and it was time to get more Parmesan. And then this is supposed to fit on a regular mouth mason jar. So then I'll be able to keep that and reuse that on a glass mason jar for whatever spices or seasonings that I have in it. So I have a taco seasoning that I just homemade that I'm going to be sharing that recipe with you guys coming up in a new vlog, a new recipe video, but it's in a pint jar and this could go on top because we use taco seasoning quite a few times a week on all of our ground beef. So yeah, there's your little tip for the day. And then down here, I was out of powdered sugar, and yes, I can make sugar, powdered sugar with my cane sugar that I buy from Azure Standard, but this is premium cane powdered sugar, and I'm not gonna make my own powdered sugar right now. So grab this bag to make making icing for Hagen's cake tomorrow much easier. And then this is for hot chocolate. I'm going to show you guys how to make a homemade hot chocolate mix. And we grabbed the mini marshmallows because we're going in the winter, into the winter. Snow is coming and the kids love, love, love having hot chocolate. And with 5 kids having hot chocolate, we needed a mega bag. And I probably grab one of these mega bags a month in the winter for my kiddos because they will have hot chocolate every time it snows. And we do warm mornings with warm drinks, and it's nice to throw a couple of fun marshmallows in there. Makes it a fun little treat. And then I make my chili seasoning from scratch. The last batch of chili that I made in this video, or the last batch of chili I made in a previous video, I just used all of my own seasonings and did it all by hand and just threw stuff in there, didn't measure. But it's also nice to open up a pack of chili, open up a jar of beans that I've already pre-canned, and to make some quick beans and chili. It's nice, or for the days when I just need to cut some corners, it's okay to do that and to use some pre-packaged things. And these mushrooms and olives, these are going to be for pizza night. Yes, I could use fresh, but we live out in the boondocks, so having some canned goods like this on the shelf for quick and easy, what I call fast food out here in the boonies, to make some pizza from homemade from scratch. And we've got some delicious toppings. If we don't have any meat, at least we've got some variety with our olives and our mushrooms. And we can also throw sauerkraut on pizza. I don't know if you've ever done that. I'm going to try it next time. But you know, also got some gold potatoes because we bought a bag and we're almost out, and we bought another bag. So we're probably going to go through about, what is this, 3 pounds of potatoes a week. Good stuff. Coincidentally, this is how we pronounce our name, Rows, but it's R-O-W-E-S. Everybody else in the world pronounces our last name Rowe, and we pronounce it Row, just like this brand. Maybe we need to change the way we pronounce it. So that's my grocery haul. I'm going to put the total right here, and I'm going to have to adjust my total a little bit because I also have some gifts in there for Hagen that I don't have right here because she's running around the house. I don't want her to see, but I will try to just calculate the groceries and put that across so you guys see that. Okay, when I'm talking about fast food, what I make when I'm making fast food and all that jazz, this is just frozen green beans, some frozen broccoli, and I've sauteed it in the pan with a little bit of chili, lime, garlic, and you can eat it just like that, or you can do what I'm gonna do and add in some canned up elk meat. This was elk meat and chili sauce, so we're just gonna pop that on there, warm everything through, and serve this up over rice.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Megan. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Cha-cha-cha.
Do it, baby. Yes. Nice.
I love the smell of
Speech.
candles.
Speech.